broke what I gave. You broke what I gave. I didn't give you something borrowed. I gave you what I had to grow. Every fragile hope I protected, every soft part I didn't show. I trusted you with unfinished healing, with scars still learning how to close. You held it all like it was nothing, like it was always replaceable. I didn't hand you something careless, I handed you my truth. You broke what I gave, not because it was weak, but because you didn't know how to hold something that trusted you completely. I gave you love with intention, you gave it back in pieces and blame. You broke what I gave, and I'm still learning how to say your name without pain. I stayed honest even when it hurt me, I stayed present even when you faded. I made room for your confusion when mine was never accommodated. You called my hurt too emotional, like feeling deeply was a flaw. You kept asking me to be understanding while you understood nothing at all. I kept choosing patience while you kept choosing ease. You broke what I gave and walked away untouched. You took my forgiveness as permission, my silence as enough. I built us with care and devotion, you treated it like a phase. You broke what I gave and left me to repair the wreckage you made. Betrayal doesn't always come from malice, sometimes it comes from indifference. You didn't hate me, you just didn't protect me, and that's what finally did the damage. I don't regret loving with depth, I regret who I trusted with it. You broke what I gave, and that's something I'll never give to you again. Oh, I'm not better, I'm just wiser, and that cost me everything I gave. I didn't give you something borrowed, I didn't give you something borrowed. I'm not bitter, I'm not bitter, I'm just wiser, and that cost me everything I gave. I'm not bitter, I'm not bitter, I'm just wiser, and that cost me everything I gave. I trusted the version of you that spoke in promises, the one who looked at me like I was finally safe. You learned my fears and held them gently, just long enough to know where I'd break. I gave you truth without a lock or key, while I fell alone. I trusted the wrong you, the one who stayed sweet, the one who meant forever but counted the weeks. You were my future like something to try, then left it behind without asking why. I loved you deeply, honest and true, but I trusted the wrong you. You said my name like it was permanent, while already planning your quiet escape. I built a home out of almost and maybes. You memorized the exits every way. You never lied, you just edited truth. Gave me enough but never all of you. I mistook your calm for care, didn't see the distance growing there. I trusted the wrong you, the one who held on just enough to keep me believing you weren't gone. You let me dream while you stayed undecided, let me fall while you stood safely divided. I gave you my heart, you gave me a view of who you were when I trusted you. Betrayal doesn't always arrive with a storm. Sometimes it whispers wearing something warm. You didn't break me with cruelty or blame. You broke me by never choosing the same. And now I know what hurts the most is loving someone who needed me, not us. I trusted the wrong you, and that's on me. I believe consistency meant loyalty. You kept my love in your back pocket, pulled it out only when you needed comfort. I don't hate you, I just finally see that you I love was never free. I trusted the wrong you, it's true, but I learned to trust myself too. I don't regret the way I loved you then. I regret leave more knowing who you were. I defended you in rooms you never entered, protected your name like it was my own skin. I stayed when doubt kept tapping on my shoulder, convincing myself that love meant giving in. I trusted silence more than my intuition, believed your absence had a reason to exist. I mistook patience for devotion and sacrifice for proof. That was when loyalty died. Now we're shouting out with goodbye. It died in the space where effort disappeared, where I stayed sincere and you stayed unclear. It died when I kept choosing us alone while you were already half gone. You never pushed me away with cruelty, you just stopped reaching back when I tried. I carried the weight of every "we'll fix this," while you carried excuses dressed as time. I lowered my needs until they went quiet, hoping you noticed the sound of me breaking. I loved you like loyalty was endless. You loved me like love had limits. That was when loyalty died in the middle of all my tries. It died when I stayed honest and bare, and you stayed comfortable not being there. It died when I chose to stay and believe, while you chose the parts of me you could leave. Betrayal isn't always someone else's arm. Sometimes it's neglect wrapped in calm. You didn't cheat with a part of your name. You cheated by letting me love alone in the same place. And the cruelest truth I learned two hearts to stay alive. That was when loyalty died, the moment I stopped feeling safe inside. It died when I realized love shouldn't hurt this way, shouldn't feel like I'm begging someone to stay. I didn't lose you, I lost the lie that loyalty survives when only one tries. I still believe in love that stands and stays. Just not the kind that asks me to fade. You've spoken futures you never planned to keep, painted tomorrow like it was already mine. I trusted the warmth in the way you held me, never questioned the parts you left behind. I read your silence like it was patience, called your distance a face that love survives. I didn't fall because I was foolish, I fell because you sounded sure. You let me believe, and that's the damage, and not the leaving, and not the goodbye. You let me build a life in your promises and watched it collapse from the side. You let me believe I was chosen while you kept one foot out the door. You didn't break me with cruelty, you broke me by than before. I defended you when doubt spoke loudly, told my fear it was wrong again. I shrank my needs to feel your comfort, calling it love, calling it understanding. I learned your moves like a second language while you never learned my pain. I kept reading between your lines while you erase the page. You let me believe, and I stayed, thinking effort could change your heart. I mistook your calm for commitment, never saw how detached you were from the start. You let me believe I mattered deeply, then treated my tears like they were small. Didn't lie with words you said, you lied with the love you didn't give it all. Betrayal doesn't always look like cheating, sometimes it looks like comfort without care, like letting someone love you completely while you're never fully there. I gave you trust without conditions, you gave me hope without intent, and somehow I'm the one left healing from a future you never meant. You let me believe, and that's the scar, not losing you, but losing myself. I believed in us more than you did it, and paid for it alone, quietly in hell. I'll forgive the leaving, I'll survive the pain, but I'll never forget what it cost me to see that the cruelest betrayal of all is letting someone believe. I still believe in love that's honest and true, just not the kind that looks like you. loved me like it was a habit, not a choice. Close enough to keep me, cold enough to stay safe. Your hands held comfort, never protection. Your words learned how to sound sincere. I mistook consistency for care, called your silence depth instead of distance. I kept forgiving what you kept repeating, calling survival a form of love. This was love without mercy, no shelter when I broke down. You watched me bleed emotionally and never once turned around. You didn't raise your voice or strike me, you just let the damage stay. This was love without mercy, and it slowly took me away. You fed me hope in measured portions, just enough so I wouldn't leave. Every promise had an expiration date, every truth was incomplete. I learned to smile through disappointment so you wouldn't feel the weight. I became easy to abandon by learning how to wait. This was love without mercy, when my pain was inconvenient. You called my tears overthinking while I was drowning in them. You never meant to destroy me, but you never tried to save me too. This was love without mercy, and I paid the price for you. Betrayal doesn't always scream or confess, sometimes it whispers. You're asking too much, it looks like staying while already gone. Like affection without a soul to touch, I kept hoping you'd choose me fully, while you chose comfort over truth. This was love without mercy, no remorse, no regret. You let me love you endlessly while giving me the bare minimum. I lost myself trying to deserve you while you never tried it all. This was love without mercy, and I was the only one who fell. I don't hate you, I just finally see love shouldn't hurt this quietly. You didn't leave in anger or flame, you stayed and let me slowly disappear. Your love learned how to whisper, just enough to keep my hope alive, not my heart. I trusted the calm in your voice, never knowing it was where the truth went to hide. I kept listening for reassurance while you practiced sounding empty. I was betrayed in silence, no slammed doors, no goodbye, just promises growing colder and answers that stopped trying. You didn't break me with cruelty, you broke me by staying still. I was betrayed in silence by someone who never meant to feel. You watched me fight for what we had while you waited if I was worth the effort. I adjusted my pain to fit your comfort, calling neglect patience and space. I learned to doubt my own needs so you wouldn't feel accused. I apologize for loving honestly while you perfected being distant. I was betrayed in silence where truth was optional and love was thin. You let me believe in forever while planning how to quietly leave. You never chose another openly. survived the truth, but you let me drown in maybe. I was betrayed in silence, and that's the scar that stays. Not the ending, not the distance, but the time you let me waste. You let me give you everything while you gave yourself an exit. I was betrayed in silence and learned that love shouldn't beg for presents. You said you were sorry, like it was routine, like a word that could clean what you wouldn't face. Your eyes stayed calm, your voice stayed steady, while my chest collapsed in that quiet space. You explained yourself so carefully, never once asking how I survived the fall. You wanted forgiveness without reflection, peace without accountability. Your apology was empty, sounded right but felt cold. You said all the words I waited for, but none of them were true enough to hold. You wanted closure, not repair, really it without regret. Your apology was empty, and I'm still paying for the debt. You blame timing, stress, misunderstanding, anything that wasn't your choice. I watched you protect your comfort while my pain shook in your voice. You asked me to move on quickly, like healing was something I owed. I realized you weren't sorry for hurting me. You were sorry I didn't stay quiet. Your apology was empty, no weight behind the sound. You wanted me to accept it so you wouldn't have to look around. You didn't promise to change, just hoped I'd forget. Your apology was empty, and somehow I was the one left broken by it. Real remorse doesn't rush the wound, it doesn't defend itself first. If you truly saw what you did to me, you wouldn't need to explain it away. You wanted forgiveness as a favor, not as something you earned. Your apology was empty, and that truth finally set me free. Because love that owns its damage doesn't ask to be believed. I don't need your sorry anymore, I don't need your excuse. Your apology was empty, but my leaving was real and true. I forgive myself for staying too long. That's the only apology that mattered all along. I loved when my whole chest open, no exits, no backup plans. I gave you truth without armor, placed my heart straight in your hands. You learned my fears like shortcuts, used my trust like a key. I was building something sacred, you were just passing through me. I thought love meant mutual giving, I didn't know it could feel like that. calling it us. I loved honestly, deeply, fully. You took and that was enough. You took my time, my softness, my belief in staying true. You took my silence when I was hurting, because it made things easy for you. I bent my needs into questions so you wouldn't feel accused. I kept choosing understanding while you kept choosing you. You never promised to protect me, but you never warned me either. Then walked away untouched. I stayed awake, fixing what you broke while you slept, finding my trust. I loved with intention and care. You took without our loving enough. Betrayal isn't always replacement. Sometimes it's imbalance over time. It's letting someone give you everything while you give them almost nothing back. I don't regret loving the way I did. I regret who I loved that way. I loved you, took it, now I finally see it clear. You didn't steal my ability to love, you just proved you didn't deserve it. Here I love again, but never like that. Now without being chosen to, I love with my whole soul open. You took and I'm done letting you. I didn't lose love, I lost imbalance and I survived that truth. There was a space between our bodies where truth was supposed to live. You filled it with gentle answer, just enough so I wouldn't ask again. I trusted the calm in your breathing, thought silence meant we were safe. I didn't know love could feel crowded by something you refused to name. I kept reaching for honesty while you kept rearranging the story. There was a lie between us, not spoken, not denied. It sat in every half-truth every time you looked away from my eyes. We slept beside it nightly, called it peace, called it time. There was a lie between us, and it was slowly killing mine. You never had to raise your voice, never had to say goodbye. You just let your presence thin out until I felt alone with you beside. I learned how to soften my questions so you wouldn't feel attacked. You learned how to stay comfortable while I broke quietly in half. I felt the shift before I understood it. My heart noticed what you hid. There was a lie between us, we're in the shape of trust. I held on to the version of you that existed only because I must. You wanted love without exposure, connection without the cost. There was a lie between us, and I paid for what it cost. Betrayal doesn't always come with names or messages that shouldn't exist. Sometimes it's the truth without and the courage you never risked. I would have survived your honesty, but you chose control instead. There was a lie between us, and now I finally see it wasn't about what you did, It was about what you refused to be. I don't need answers anymore. I don't need your defense. There was a lie between us, and I'm done carrying it in silence. I didn't lose love. In the end, I lost the lie, and that saved me. You didn't rush me into trusting you. You waited until I felt safe. You learned my wounds like a map, then touched them without leaving a trace. I called it patience, called it maturity, never questioned how calm you stayed. I didn't see the trap in your tenderness, or how carefully my faith was placed. You let me believe I was chosen, while you kept your options clean. Love was the setup, not the fall, not the end. You built something beautiful just to see how much I bent. I gave you access to my heart, you took inventory instead. Love was the setup, and I was the one misled. You spoke in futures that sounded certain, without ever planning to stay. You borrowed my loyalty freely, then called it pressure when I asked you to choose. I kept shrinking my expectations so you wouldn't feel confined. I didn't know compromise could erase me, one quiet boundary at a time. You wanted devotion without responsibility, comfort without commitment. Love was the setup, you never meant it to last. You held me close enough to benefit, but never enough to stand beside me. I thought we were building something real while you were rehearsing your exit. Love was the setup, and I was left cleaning up the mess. Betrayal doesn't always look intentional. Sometimes it looks like avoidance dressed as care. You didn't plan to hurt me deeply, you just planned to protect yourself at my expense. I would have survived the truth, but you preferred control over clarity. Love was the setup, and now I finally see it clear. You didn't break my ability to love, you broke the illusion you sold me. I'll love again with open eyes, not mistaken calm for depth. Love was the setup, but walking away was my escape. I didn't lose love in your arms, I lost the story you never meant.